Today is December 23rd, 2020. We are still in the middle of an election battle. And we are seeing more and more and more corruption. As we watch through these pictures that I took this morning, we will see some elements that we've seen before. There's Venus. We have seen contrails. We're going to see a lot of contrails in here. We're going to see fire in the sky. We're going to even see crows. Remember what crows stand for. They stand for the minions, the evil, the corruption, the chaos. And the contrails, remember the contrails in a clear blue sky stand for the message that God gave me months ago that everything is going to be all right. And remember that, because we're going to see that over and over and over again as we go through these pictures. Okay, during the election season, we have seen more and more corruption. If this election was over on election day, we would not have exposed all the corruption that we see. Right now, we see corruption everywhere, in both political parties, and in the police, and in the state police, and in the mayors, and in the governors, everywhere. In the last few days, we have discovered 2 million Chinese Communist Party spies that have infiltrated all over the world in governments, in businesses, and in other countries. We've seen the solar winds hack, where the main hub of where information is distributed on the web has been hacked, and we had to shut down all our military computers just to keep the hack from allowing secret information from going out. We've seen Dominion voting machines being forensically audited, and then the voting machine company's CEO denying all the things that were found. We've seen Rhino Republican traitors who are betraying the president. We have seen the refusal to allow voting machines to have forensic audit in Maricopa County, in Arizona. We've seen corrupt courts refusing to even allow the presentation of evidence. We've seen the Supreme Court of the United States throwing out Texas versus Pennsylvania for lack of standing, which is wrong. They have already set the precedent with Bush versus Gore. We see Georgia setting up another election fraud for the Senate runoff elections that are coming on January 5th. We've seen the mainstream media still refusing to look at evidence as high as a mountain. There's just so much evidence out there. Notice we see in these pictures here, fire in the sky and contrail right above it. Fire in the sky, remember from way back 2-3 weeks ago, fire in the sky meant the chaos and the riots and the killing that was going on in the country at the time and will return. But notice this section does not cover the whole horizon like it did back then. Let me see what else we got here. Big tech, censorship, any conservative voices on the alternative media, the social media has been censored so that the truth can't come out. And we've seen continued attacks on Trump, even by his own party. by the Rhino Republicans, and even by his own staff, even his lawyers. I'm not talking about Giuliani or Sidney Powell or Jenna Ellis. I'm talking about his staff lawyers in the meeting that would not even answer the question, do you believe Trump won the election? They wouldn't even answer the question. They are against Trump. He needs to fire them all and get them out of there. Okay, so as we're watching these videos, notice lots and lots of contrails. This is reassurance that everything is going to be all right. Trump will be raising his hand with his other hand on the Bible on January 20th and being inaugurated. Okay, we're starting to see here. Remember the fake sun that we saw a few videos ago. Fake sun representing the fake president. Okay, remember that. The fake sun, again. But right in the middle of it, there's a contrail. Everything's going to be all right. God's taking care of it. Okay, and when we get to the last slide on this presentation, we'll see something else that you'll remember from a previous video. So, amongst fire in the sky, amongst the corruption, the chaos, the evil, the minions, the evil from the crows, and the fire in the sky, and the dark clouds, and the bright spots. Not only do we have corruption, but we have deception. But right there, there's still contrails in the midst of it all, and God is taking care of the situation, using Trump to expose corruption, which he will later arrest and bring justice to. So we're coming to the last video, or last one here. There it is. Notice the cross made by the flares in the camera. We see the big cross. That cross we've seen before, and remember that it stood for fear not, God is in control. So here we are, day and a half before Christmas morning, and everybody is all upset and all worried about things. Fear not. God is in control. Everything is going to be all right with America. And that will spread around the world, and the nationalist movement will return freedom to other countries around the world who are supporting Trump. So God bless you. Lord, thank you for the message. Thank you for the opportunity to share it. And God bless everyone who watches it and accepts it.